because to be Black in America means to deal with stress on a regular and continual basis, even if it's just turning on the television, the news, reading the newspaper, being on social media and being inundated with things that have happened that are getting prominence. What kinds of things can we do? I do meditation every day, every morning, every evening. You know, I do yoga. I do things like that to try to work against those stressors. But what are other things that we could do? And how can we ensure that we're able to communicate that with our healthcare providers who are just looking at us as someone with multiple sclerosis and perhaps not taking that comprehensive global view?
Agreed. And stress is substantial, ladies and gentlemen. You cannot underrepresent that. And for some of us, that stress equals our situation, meaning that originally we took care of our children, we reared them, we got them where they needed to be. Later on, we as a people very commonly then take on the responsibility of our loved ones, our mom, our dad, our parents, our grandparents, and all that. And before you know, you're rearing your kids originally, now you're rearing, assisting your parents. And then when they're finally done, you're thinking, okay, when I'm finally done with them, now it's my time. Unfortunately, that doesn't always work out that way. And so therefore there's major stresses with that, with us as a people, unquestionably. And so it becomes important to bring that information to your healthcare provider. Often in modern day, because of you guys, because actually in society and groups like yours, patients are telling me about what's now happening with grandpa, what happened to grandma. Because sometimes I can then say, you know what, there's actually a society that helps with that as well, that helps with this, and then helps you. You know, there's a daycare that you actually can take that loved one to. And once again, the point being is they had not considered that. All these assistance programs out there to reduce that personal stress that they're now experiencing, not understanding also the magnitude of that stress on them is also part of the issue, teaching them recognition. And then what's sometimes missed, particularly when even as a doctor, you say, well, are you having any depression, or is there any anxiety? Have you had suicidal thoughts? And there's data out there that talks about the fact that 60-plus-year-old individuals often think about suicide. And often part of that equation is that the healthcare provider is unaware of it, that he or she doesn't ask the question. Because patients don't often volunteer, particularly certain groups, us as a people, Hispanics as a people, don't often volunteer issues around depression and anxiety because societally it was not accepted as an okay thing to discuss or talk about.